Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
A 30-year-old drug by the name of Favipiravir is set to hit the Indian markets for emergency prescription-based use for mild to moderate COVID-19 patients. It is being launched by the Mumbai-based Glenmark at Rs 103 per tablet and is expected to be available with chemists by the end of June. However, the drug comes with a list of extremely severe side effects, including possible future birth defects and liver damage. Additionally, there doesn't seem to be enough convincing evidence that it does indeed work against COVID-19. If there is evidence, that data is not in the public domain yet. My name is Sandhya Ramesh, and in this episode of Pure Science, we're going to take a look at what we know about the drug Favipiravir so far. Favipiravir is a broad-spectrum antiviral drug that was cleared by the Drug Controller General of India, DCGI, last week for emergency restricted use among COVID-19 patients. Glenmark will sell the generic Favipiravir under the brand name FabiFlu. Favipiravir was originally developed in the late 90s by a company that was later purchased by the Japanese firm Fujifilm as a part of its transition from the photo business that we are all familiar with to healthcare. After being tested against a range of viruses, Favipiravir was approved in Japan in 2014 for emergency use against new influenza epidemics and to treat newer strains of influenza. Favipiravir works by inhibiting the RNA-dependent RNA polymerase, an enzyme that allows the SARS-CoV-2 virus to replicate in our bodies. It does so by converting to a molecule inside the bodies called Favipiravir RTP and blocks the polymerase enzyme of the virus. Its functioning is similar to another drug that has also received a lot of attention, Remdesivir. The difference between the two drugs is that Favipiravir supposedly works well for mild to moderate cases, while Remdesivir supposedly works for severe patients. According to a statement by Glenmark, the company that makes the drug in India, Favipiravir works only during the earlier stages of the disease when the viral replication is higher but the body's immune response has not gone into an overdrive. In severely ill patients, their body's immune system overreacts, producing what is known as a cytokine storm, which we've seen in a couple of previous videos. This overreaction of the immune system inhibits the activity of the Favipiravir RTP. The drug is then rendered ineffective in stopping the cytokine storm from damaging organs in a patient's body. The drug is not currently approved for use in US or Europe for anything, but was developed and approved in Japan. It is also approved in China and has received regulatory clearance in India and Russia. It is still a subject of trials across the world, including India and Russia. While multiple studies so far claimed promising outcomes in actual COVID patients, many of the researchers involved in those very studies have urged caution in the interpretation of the results of those studies. This is because they say that in most mild to moderate COVID-19 patients at whom the drug is aimed have known to recover anyway with standard of care or supportive therapy, which is the regular care that patients receive without any new drugs. The study's own authors have called for more research before a direct link can be established between Favipiravir and COVID-19 recovery. One of the earliest studies that showed a positive outcome came out of China back in February. It was an open-label trial, which means the patients who were given the drug knew exactly what drug they were receiving, and the trial was designed to test the efficacy of the drug in comparison to the HIV treatment combination of lopinavir-ritonavir. The HIV combination drugs are still undergoing trials and have not yet shown to be conclusively successful against COVID-19 either, but the drug combination was used as a control in the study to measure the effects of Favipiravir against it. The research suggested that those treated with Favipiravir had faster viral clearance than the other group, but the paper stated that more well-designed trials were necessary as this trial was not randomized. In Russia, the Russian Direct Investment Fund, which is the government's sovereign wealth fund, along with a pharma company called Kemrar, announced earlier this month that they had received positive results from a study involving 330 patients, of which 40 took the favipiravir drug. The study is still not completed. The final stage of the trials started on 21st May and are still underway. But the Russian Ministry of Health has already approved the drug. A statement from the Sovereign Wealth Fund claimed that in 4 days, 65% of the 40 patients who took the drug tested negative, with the number growing to 90% by day 10. Called Avifavir, the drug is a modified version of favipiravir, and Russia has promised to reveal the formula of their drug for the world's benefit. Then in Japan, a study by Fujifilm on modified favipiravir branded Avigan yielded results that frankly are very concerning. While the authors claimed that preliminary findings do suggest improvement, there was no control group in the observational study, which means there was nothing to compare progress with. Typically, controls for testing a drug against a disease for the very first time is standard of care or the standard treatment that's available. Apart from this, a quarter of the 2,000 plus participants in the Japanese study exhibited adverse side effects, including skin rashes, elevated uric acid levels, liver damage, kidney injury, gout, and even worsening of pneumonia. The researchers involved in the study have thus urged that the results be approached with caution. In the paper, they say, quote, "Given that over 80% of patients have mild disease, which often improves by supportive therapy, caution is required in interpreting the efficacy of favipiravir based on the data presented here," unquote. Fujifilm has clarified that the study will go on into July. In India too, there are trials. A 150-patient trial by Glenmark started on the 20th of May comparing favipiravir with standard of care. The trial ended on 16 June, but the results are not public just yet. Glenmark is conducting a second trial that uses favipiravir in combination with umifenovir, another antiviral drug that blocks the entry of the SARS-CoV-2 virus into the human cells. It will test this drug combination against just favipiravir. A third trial has been registered by the company Cipla, which will compare the effects of the favipiravir drug against a control group, which will be standard of care. As of yet, there is no trial that has shown results which can be interpreted with absolute certainty as being beneficial, and the drug comes with severe side effects. But Indian pharmacies will start stocking this drug in the form of a tablet for COVID-19 treatment by the end of next week. My colleague Mohana Basu and I have covered everything I spoke about in this video and a bit more in a text story that's out on the print. It will be linked in the description below if you're interested. If this video was informative and you'd like us to do more science coverage for COVID-19, please consider supporting our journalism by contributing to us at theprint.in/contribute. Thank you for watching.